everyone, I am in Zadar and here is a very nice abandoned building and a highline that I rigged today alone. And yeah, it's for sure the most sophisticated solar rig that I have done so far. So I figured I will make a little video about it. Essentially it would be pretty easy to go like between these pillars, is what people usually do, but I got inspired to go roof to roof. And yeah, let's go up. Ta-da-ta-ta! So this was kind of the inspiration. The first time I came here, like when I arrived, it was night. I explored the building and I just saw these pillars here, and like I played around with the laser a bit, checked, like confirmed that it's 59 or 60 meters. I came today in the morning and I realized, somebody put some bolts here. So I don't know if they were done by some other highliners, but then why did they only bolt on one side of the building? I don't know. So you've just seen these bolts down there, and basically 3 of those are for the main master point, which goes a bit weird, you might think, like that. So I was considering taking the whole line to go out from the side of the building, like here, but there would be no easy way to prevent it from moving up and down, up and down. And yeah, this is pretty sharp. So the alternative was to take it out through here, out there, and now it's, well, again lying on this sharp thing, but it's quite significantly easier to protect. So this is just a piece of trash that I found on the lower floor, and then here we have the redirections that prevent the line from moving side to side. It's also like not likely to happen now because it's pretty tensioned, but anyway, the point is, like, so here it's pretty funky. Like, it's just these small rods, one serving as a redirection on the rope directly, just like that, and the other one with a clove hitch on this little piece of rope, just tied in a rather slapdash manner around the main rope. Yeah, but it works. And here's the other redirection, which is maybe a bit more obvious, just wrapped around like that to really get the right length. It's still a bit loose though, but anyway. The other thing is that this rope, which comes from those 3 bolts through here, as I showed you earlier, it's 50 meters static rope, and it was just slightly too short to make a BFK and like a nice master point. So we just have a sliding X on those 3 as the main, and then I have another 20 meter static rope for the backup. I guess anyway it's better to have more backups than fewer, so I just have 2 strands of this rope going independently, 1 bolt over here and 1 bolt down there. And yeah, it's a good thing I had plenty of padding, because obviously I've already shown you all these sharp edges over there, and also here is not very far from this edge. In fact, while sitting here I can touch, and yeah, this is not cool because there was an accident. We had a perma line in a gym, and then somebody was bouncing and the line just hit some construction in the ceiling and the main line broke. So I think, as unlikely as it is, with some planned or unplanned surf or whatever, I wouldn't like this to happen over here. So, according to this graffiti over here, the static side was heaven, I guess because there are bolts. And then, obviously, on the other side we have hell. So, time for checking out this hell. Now the tension side was a bit trickier because there are no bolts, but I figured out a natural anchor, and for this I did use a pillar. And this is actually not the first time I do something like this, but first time I rigged this kind of stuff solo. Yeah, so grabbing the pillar on the top and going out in the back through the hole to the roof. And yeah, this is the main anchor, and we also have a backup here, which is not the best backup. It's just these two rods and an extender used as a sling, but it's kind of the best I found here. And anyways, I put a second backup over there, which you will see in a moment. Actually, it's pretty straightforward. So I have one A-frame. I used to have two of them, but unfortunately lost one on a big project. Yeah, I have one A-frame, so I used it here, serving the same purpose as that cushion that I found over there, as I've shown you earlier. The sling and the extender for the backup are coming out through this hole, well padded, coming to the A-frame. And yeah, here's just classic stuff, main backup anti-slip. And we have also this, trying to prevent again the sideways movements, so it's going around, and on top of that it's also keeping the A-frame secured, so playing kind of a double purpose. And one more thing, so this backup is not amazing, like I said, with just these two rods. So there's a second backup, which is also not amazing, so I have two like half points, or like not super bomber backups, which altogether I guess is good enough. So yeah, the second backup is just the tail of the webbing, two frost knots, and going to this thingy over here, where we have, actually I need to put it back because I removed the carabiner. I needed it for the tensioning system, but yeah. So I'll put this carabiner here again in a moment. And yeah, it's just another knot. That's a 9. And the sling going to here, and some extra weight of the remaining webbing, so in the unlikely case this would be the point to rely on. It would be super unlikely that the sling jumps up and stays down where this little pillar should be the strongest. Alright. just saying, if you didn't believe me that I went back for the carabiner before having a session, that's a proof that I did.